Okay, so I just had an oh crap, what am I going to do type of moment with my vehicle. And this was something that I was worried about when I got this vehicle, because so many vehicles anymore don't come with an actual key. It's just push button. And I was wanting to get a vehicle that did not have the push button, but I couldn't find one. And after being without a vehicle for 6 months, I decided I was going to go ahead and get the vehicle. So I had this moment that I was afraid that was going to happen. I got in the vehicle, I pressed the button to start the vehicle, and nothing happened. I'm looking around, I'm like, there's nothing that was left on. Were any of the doors open? I have both of my girls in the vehicle at this time, and I'm like, what in the world? All just stupid, in a hurry. I didn't have the key with me, so it won't start. But that was one of my biggest fears, is especially now that it's getting colder. We're in December, and in Iowa, it freezes. And I had so many experiences with other vehicles that when you go to start it, they start to turn over, but they don't always turn over. You have to hold it. You have to hold the key and force it to start. And that was one of my biggest fears with the push button start, is what happens if I press the button and nothing happens. So I had that moment. I still don't know what would happen if it's cold, or if I'm going to have this issue when it's cold, or what's going to happen. But that was immediate fear went to my head, going, oh no, now what? Now how am I going to get this started? Thankfully, it had nothing to do with the vehicle, and it was just the rush to get in the vehicle and forgetting to grab the key. But it's that time of year, and I'm expecting these things to happen, where I'm going to go to my vehicle and it will not start. So that is not something I'm looking forward to whatsoever. Or I don't know how I'm going to handle it other than jump starting it. So I don't know if I can press the button in, it'll keep turning over. So if you have experience with that, where if you're living in a colder climate and you've had that happen, where you press the button, it doesn't start, or you press it and it just turns over once, what did you do? Did you press the button again and it happened, or did you keep the button pressed in? I don't know what to do. I would love the comments. And it just triggered this biggest fear of mine with purchasing these types of vehicles, is when I didn't have the key, and my first immediate response was, well, it is cold, so maybe that's part of the problem. So help me out, share what do you do if you live in a cold climate and it doesn't start the first time. What are your tips? Because I really need backup.